What's up? It's week 8, and it's too nice outside to think, and I'm in a melancholy fucking mood. And when that happens, I get nostalgic. And also hungry, so I'm gonna make a snack 'em, and while I do, we're gonna take a little mind trip. See, before the lockdown, I was a comedian, in person. I would go on stage and tell stories or break down a thing I saw on the news or just get drunk and freak out and get kicked out. It was a very special time. The steadiest of gigs was one we used to do every Saturday at the Green Mill, which is a bar. And a bar is a place we used to drink at instead of our kitchens or bathrooms if we're hiding. And we used to do it together in the same room. The show I used to do there is called the Paper Machete, and I'd get assigned a news story and I'd have to report back, usually under the influence of whatever was clever at the time, and then we would get Chinese food up the street. And since it's been 8 weeks or so since I did that, and I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna ever get to do that again, I thought I'd go back in time and relive a little of the olden days. And you're coming with me. So close your eyes, or don't, be comfortable, and let your mind wander back with me to May 4th, 2017. 3 years and 2 days in the pastimes from today. To the Green Mill on a Saturday. It's dark, it's a little clammy, it's crowded, everyone's half in the bag, and I'm talking about the latest craze of the days, the Unicorn Frappuccino from Starbucks. Life is sweet sometimes, you know? Like sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's sad. Most times it's a kick in the dick, but then, when you least expect it, it's sweet. You're shoveling the driveway, it's cold, it's late, you're wet. Shoveling snow is easily the worst thing humanity has created next to murder and moving a couch. But then, you look up, and the snow is falling, and the world is just quiet enough that it doesn't seem like you're about to be attacked by a tiger. So you stop for a moment, and you let the wind do its thing. Nowhere to go, no need to. You just look around at all the sparkly lights and comfy warm fams nestled in, and suddenly, life is sweet. And we all need a little sweet. You know it, you feel it. It's in the vocabulary. Sweet ride, sweet licks, ain't he sweet? Hell, the band Sweet is basically electric sugar. And they say when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, but what would lemonade be without sweet? Because if you just make lemons into juice, that sucks, and you're right back where you started. So yeah, sometimes you need to add a little sugar, because as the Bobby and Richard Sherman song goes, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Turns out, by the way, that originally the Sherman Brothers wrote a song called The Eyes of Love, but Julie Andrews thought it sucked. And one night, when Robert Sherman came home to his family, his wife Joyce told him that their kids had just gotten their polio vaccinations that day. And thinking it was a shot, he asked the kids if it hurt, and one of the kids told him that no, it didn't, plebeian. They put shit on sugar cubes now. So now that song is legend. And it is also the anthem for that interdimensional traveling alien wizard, possibly Time Lord, Mary Poppins. Because we could all use a little something sweet. So give me that sugar, baby! Sugar! Sweet, soluble carbohydrates. The simple ones are called monosaccharides. That's your glucose and fructose and galactose, which sounds like the Transformers B team. But when two monosaccharides get freak nasty and form a glycidic bond, no fucks given, they become a disaccharide called sucrose, and that, baby, is the white gold that makes the diner coffee taste like a delicious tire instead of just a regular tire. That's sugar, baby, and you crave it. The average person consumes 53 pounds. That's 24,404.40 grams of sugar a year. And some of you think that number is hilariously low. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's 38 grams. So, you eat a lot of sugar. But why wouldn't you? And you don't have to look far to find out why. Because like your phone, keys, wallet, and change, it's in your jeans. Yeah. Take it in. Turns out, back in the cave days, you were starving because you hadn't invented tombstone pizzas yet. And Ripe fruit contains sugar, and sugar helps your body store fat. So do the math. Ugwump the elder eats an old pear and doesn't starve to death. And no matter what you believe, eventually the human brain figured out, hey, if I make this taste fucking delicious and give the feel-good parts a little zets, these stupid monkey people will keep eating it and not starve. And that is why everything delicious makes you fat. Cakes, pies, candy, the holiday cookies, whatever supermarket you subscribe to releases each month. And though it's all the same flavor, sugar, you still think the pumpkin cookies are tastier than the turkey cookies. That's evolution getting you off and making you insane. And though you've mastered your lust, humans, you still go bananas every now and then. Frappuccino! That's a portmanteau of frappe and cappuccino. Frappe being New England dish for milkshake, and cappuccino being Italian for tiny coffee that makes you shit like a goose. The Eastern Massachusetts coffee chain, the Coffee Connection, Frankensteined the two together into a milky, creamy, mostly ice cream, but with like a tier of coffee drink back in the 70s. But it wasn't until Starbucks bought the franchise in the 90s that the Frappuccino became so frap-popular. So yeah, because of Starbucks, who, by the way, is never just cool with having the muffin you want. So like you're craving a blueberry muffin, but they got Cran-Apple bran cake, and you're like, I don't really need that, but it's cake, so fuck it. Frappuccinos turned an entire generation into junior hummingbirds functioning on a nuclear level of energy, eventually inventing dubstep. Yeah, put the pieces together. The puzzle is so much bigger than you know. And now your crazy post-monkey brain is out of control. And Starbucks has gone so frap-you-crazy that there's even a secret menu where you can ask for specific flavors to turn any frappe into the frappe of your dreams. Basically, Starbucks is the Jelly Belly of sugar cream drinks with a weep of coffee culminating in, hold tight, baby, because this candy-coated chemical-shot pleasure train is going off the track into orgasm chasm, the Unicorn Frappuccino. Like the mythical beast itself, it was rarely captured, but only on photograph, and then posted on Instagram by millennials. And it just sounded insane. The Unicorn Frappuccino was introduced for a limited time, April 19th to April 23rd, 2017. Racked up 410 calories a grande, and looked like a clown fell into a blender. The ingredients of this Lovecraftian madness sounds like a sorcerer obsessed with the lip gloss flavors at Eclairs. Mango syrup, blue drizzle, sour blue powder, and pink powder. And when all of those magical dusts are mixed into a milk and frappuccino creme-based shake with apple, radish, cherry, sweet potato, vegetable colors, it comes alive in an ejaculation of sparkleberry power, like you just drank a Star Wipe. Quote, "Is this what unicorn heaven tastes like? Citrusy with a splash of positive vibes," end quote. Quote, "Think of how every single popsicle you've ever had would taste if they were all melted together. That's the unicorn drink," end quote. Quote, "It tastes like I French kissed Tinkerbell," quote. "And though you'd expect that a drink that looks like somebody ground up a Lisa Frank notebook and then covered it into paste and tastes sweet," which it does, it tastes sweet, by the way, like sweet to the point of suicide, like a Keebler elf just came on your face, but that magical blue powder makes it sour too, so it's basically every flavor you ate as a toddler. This tweaked out, starbursty heart attack with glitter is like spelunking into a rock candy cave lined with cocaine while also getting touched inappropriately by a glam rock ghost. It's every episode of Gem and the Holograms blended into a straight shot of pink heroin injected into your face through a striped Willy Wonka-esque fire hose until you're gasping for air in a nap. If you think pixie sticks are too extreme, hold that shot, Charlie, because this is Bangkok dangerous. You're about to get kidnapped and tortured with a white chocolate lightning, and if you get out of line, they'll waterboard you with Sour Patch Kids and leave you to sleep with the Swedish fishes. Oh, you think candy is dandy? Well, get ready to have that fucked right out of you, because this is nothing. You're nothing. This is dominatrix level sweetness, not just a touch, but a whole body job, and you're not mature enough to handle it if you have to ask what it tastes like. If you could eat... If you could eat a My Little Pony, the blood that dripped down your face after the feeding frenzy would resemble the primal flavor of the Unicorn Frappuccino from Starbucks. And unlike the mythical beast from whence it got its name, it happened. It existed in your world, humans. And because it fared so well, former CEO Howard Schultz said it drove significant traffic to chains, and he expects to see that reflected in the fiscal third quarter earnings. Not to harsh your buzz, but yeah, it's not just about you getting off. And it also kicked off Starbucks' new Frappuccino Happy Hour, disappointingly not called Frappy Hour. You're welcome. Where Frappuccinos are half off between 3 and 5 p.m., but we can, quote, expect at least one new, entirely new drink this year introduced to Happy Hour that's going to be as good as the Unicorn or better. Because life can be tough. Life can be mean, sad, ruthless, venomous, cruel, savage, and unkind. And lately, a spoonful just won't do it anymore. You need a buckshot blast to the face to help the medicine go down, because it's in your nature to go for the sugar. So drink it up. Make life sweet. See ya!